Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Friday Fun. Welcome to Kicking It Old School. New little layout here, trying something a little bit different from last time. Hopefully we can see people's chat a little bit easier down below. We have our guest monitor here in the middle with the work of things. Of course, we have away from Mr. like that. Oh, but we do have Steven, which is pretty close. I don't. No, not a career choice. Go right down. Doing good. Again, weeks go fast. We have a lot of rain today, and I'll tell Steve right before the show. And I can get my lawn, raining. Before the show starts, I'm gonna go cut the lawn. I cut the lawn, drive along, mind my own business, and all of a sudden, I see my tire fly over the front of the tractor. And I tried to take a nosedive right into the dirt. I have no idea. There's a counter. I don't have a counter, but something happened. The wheel just came right off. I had to jack it up. I guess I didn't go flying off, but I did go down in the dirt. I held on to the...
You didn't kiss the hood there?
Yeah, a little bit. Kiss the hood a little bit. But yeah, we want to get cars jacked up. Let's get some people here. We have Jeffrey here. We have Kenobi, Wagner. Give us a call back to Wagner. We got enough on tires right now. We can't go right now. Bryce had a great show the other day. Looks like we lost him for a second here. Let's see if we can. A bunch of things in here. Just such contingency. It'll be a fun show. I don't know where it is right now. So I'll talk for a while. See the chat working here. We've got chat up. Oh, have a guest on tonight, but it didn't work out tonight. And everyone tried to get on the road. Not feeling well. Stop the music. Is music still playing on here? Let's see. Yeah. We did. Got the song going. Let me know if that's too much. Sorry. I did a new format like right before the show. I said I'm going to redo this whole thing here. So if there's something not right, let me know. Let's see if that's better. See if the music's... There we go. Paul, let me know if the audio is fixed now. Again, it wouldn't be my show if there wasn't some little glitches. That's kind of like what we do here.
It seems good now. I see green on my screen again, but other than that...
we could fix that. Let's want some turtles. There we go. Okay, so I apologize for the audio. Again, we're trying some new things here. We have the center monitor in here, and the center monitor, let's see if I can bring this up here real quick. I'm trying some new things here, and let's see if we can get rid of that. We can actually have game night here, or we can have a guest here, or what I was going to show is what I've been playing a lot of, Donut Dodo. I don't know if you guys have played Donut Dodo, but I've really been enjoying this game. I'm playing in the II Arcade, but it's available on Steam and I think on the Switch and other platforms. But it's really a fun game. I keep going back to it, and it's basically like a Donkey Kong Jr. Popeye type of game. It's a quick pickup game. It's difficult, but not like Donkey Kong, insane difficult to where you get frustrated, you walk away. You keep wanting to go back again and play it, and you have no problem playing the levels you already played. John Riggs is in the house as well. Oh, see, he's a big fan of Donut Dodo as well. I know he did a video on it, and I think Donut Dodo is a really, really fun game, and it's very inexpensive, at least on the II Arcade. It's $4.99. And John, we'll definitely have you on next time. Now, John was going to try and come on tonight, but he was very busy this week. He really tried. He got back to his house like a few minutes ago. I'm like, don't push it. Just relax. We'll have you on another time. It's not a big deal. But I'm glad he's in the chat. Last week
he's here with us.
Well, last week was funny.
In kind of virtual spirit.
Well, it's funny because last week he joined literally just as the end credits were finishing. He's like, I'm here, and you guys are leaving. So he's like,
I've caught shows like that before where you just show up and then, okay, everybody, good night, and the chat's gone, and you're like, oh.
Yep, that's what happens. That's what happens. But John Riggs is in the house, and he does love the Donut Dodo music and game. So, again, if you guys have not tried it for $5, this is a really, really fun game. It's totally worth it. Team Pixel.
Like the Pizza Hut stuff.
Well, Team Pixel came out with it.
$5.
And I think they did a really good job. Now, that's last week's news. Donut Dodo is last week's news.
It looks cool.
Oh, let me tell you something. It really is. It's fun. The controls work really well. The soundtrack, which I guess I had on before by mistake, each level is very entertaining. The animation is really, really good. And again, it's a really good throwback to the old games of the early 80s. And I think it's definitely worth your guys' time and money to try it out. But that's, again, last week's news. This week we have something else. We have some Turtle Power coming in. Now, I'm not sure if John Riggs or anyone else has played Shredder's Revenge. I have not yet.
I'll tell you what. I have an Xbox. I have Xbox Game Pass. I downloaded it. Loaded up the first screen, and then I got called away by the family and everything else.
Family?
Yeah, I got one of those. So basically, I'm dying to play it because you remember, Glenn, what machine I have in my arcade room.
Yes, I do.
I have a legitimate 4-player Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Konami, like the legit old one with the really bad side art. And I'm dying to play this thing. It's just, I want to play it with my kids. 4 people, you know what I mean? Like I want to dive in, not alone. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, it's a game. It's a multiplayer game, and I know
it looks fantastic.
On Kongs of Rust the other night, I think you had P-Dubs, Michael B. the Game Genie, Console Kits, and him were all playing. I think even Nostalgia was in there playing. I'm not sure how many simultaneous people can play it. Is it 4 or is it more? Do you know?
I think it's 6.
It is 6.
I'm not 100% because you get to play as not Shredder, but the I forget the guy's name. They're the rat master, whatever.
Right.
And I think you get to play as the girl too. But I don't know if
the girl
6 at once.
The girl. What's the girl's name?
Oh shit, I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember. Every time I think of that girl, I think of
April.
the April, yeah, and then the dude with the skateboard with the weird mask. I
Oh,
think of
Casey Jones.
yeah, I always think of that, and it screws me up. And I don't know. I'm a hardcore Four Turtles guy kind of thing. These secondary characters not so much, but I think you can play as her and Master, whatever his name is.
Well,
So
I was definitely a fan of the NES port. I never actually played, believe it or not, the original
that's
Turtles
terrible.
in the arcade. The arcade on the NES, the arcade game. I enjoyed that, but
I guess it was good for its
it was. But then the SNES one, Turtles in Time, I loved that game.
that was a better build, but the technology was better too, right? So in the end, you know, oh, Casey Jones is an unlockable apparently.
Nice. Oh, see, look, Adam loves the new production design. See, give me 30 seconds before a show, and I can throw it together, blow your eardrums out with some music, and then we go. We're all good.
Yeah, Glenn is just dying to say, "Hey, Steven, aren't you a graphic designer and you could do better?" And we'll get into that another time of why I can't or whatever. Not that I hurt my mouse hand or anything, but we'll get something nice down the road for sure. So it's but yes, Shredder's Revenge looks great. I think it's made by the same gang as they did Streets of Rage, isn't it?
I don't know. He's gone again. He said he's going to have some problems over in Canada. They're having some problems up there with the storm, so we may lose him. And John Riggs saying 6 players, so that's really really cool. And we do know that it's April. Very good. I'm just trying to catch up with all this stuff here in the chat. What do we got over here? Casey Jones is an unlockable character. We talked about that. What else we got here? So Paul played the NES game, and there was 2 versions. There was the horrible first one, and then he came out with the arcade game after that. And I thought that was pretty good for an NES game. I really do. Tribute Games, they did Streets of Rage 4. Okay, see, John Riggs, he's got all the information. I'm glad he's in the chat. Yep, Steven just said his internet died. There's a big storm going on up in Canada, so I guess that's something we'll have to just deal with Steven. If he can come back, that'd be great. If not, we have some nice TI blue over there, and I could carry the show. We have a lot of good fans here in the chat. We could take care of this. So I want to talk about a little bit as well about Obi-Wan, the show. I know it's kind of like, well, again, it's very decisive. You either like it or you don't. And I guess there's some people in between. I am entertained by it. I am. I do have some problems with the show personally, but I will say that this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Darth Vader could put on his own show, and he should have his own show. His show should be about his Inquisitors and hunting the Jedi, all those type of things. What do you guys think about that? I mean, do you think Darth Vader should have his own show, and would it be, a few seasons worth of entertainment? I think so. Oh, was this correct? People saying that Final Vendetta better than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredders. I'll have to take a look. I'm definitely far behind in some of these games for sure. But that's the problem. That's a good problem to have these days. There's so many consoles, so many games, so many ways to play it. It's kind of good to have those kind of choices, I would think, which is kind of cool. What do we got here? Darth Vader spin-off? Yeah, exactly. I think that would be a fantastic show to have just Vader cutting people down in every episode, or the Inquisitors. Better than the Inquisitors we're seeing right now. The Grand Inquisitor right now is coming off kind of like a bit of a pussy. I don't want to say it like that, but he is. I thought he was much better in Rebels, which I really, if you guys have not seen Rebels, what's it say? No. If Kathleen Kennedy was leading it, it'd be pink, Vader in all pink, and he doused with flowers. So we can't do that. No way, that's not going to work. But I think that he could pull off a series, especially now with like the aging and stuff like that. We have Luke come back, and if other people play him, you have ways to change the voice of the people as well. I think it's something they could do. I would watch Hubby Hands. I watched the Darth Vader show, maybe the episode where he ends Jar Jar with the Force choke. I'm not sure if it's canon. I don't think it's canon anymore, but he actually died a very lonely, solitudely death. Pretty much everyone blamed him for the rise of the Empire with his vote in the Senate. And he kind of got banished out, and he kind of died all alone. I still would have really liked if he actually turned out to be in episode 9, a Sith Lord. And it was actually Jar Jar Sith who was actually running everything. I thought that would have been much, much better. I've not heard, Adam, I've not seen the offer. I've heard about it, though. So based on it, make good for, I don't know. It's best with those Italians. We Italians get a little crazy with stuff like that. Paul here, the Grand Inquisitor is back. Yes or no? Well, he's got to be back because this is happening 5 years before Rebels, and he did die at the last episode of season 1 in Rebels, and he kind of went down because he knew Vader was going to kill him anyway. And to be quite honest, to be stabbed that easy by the third sister, I mean, I don't know. I think these Force stabbings, when you have the Force, I think you would kind of know if someone's going to stab you, and you would kind of know the person next to you holding a lightsaber. I mean, some of these characters are kind of being kind of dumb, honestly. We have the Rexa show here. A Sith Lord series might be good. Plagueis the Wise or even Sidious. Yeah, that would be kind of good too, seeing a little bit more about the dark side. But that brings an interesting question that Rex is kind of bringing up here. Do we want to know all this information? Like midichlorians. Do we really need to know that midichlorians was with the Force? Wasn't it kind of better when the Force was just mysterious? It was just this all-powerful force that bind the galaxy together, and it went through all living things, not to find out it's midichlorians and little microbes, and the more microbes you have, the higher it is. They might ruin it. Kind of like Yoda. That Yoda is kind of ambiguous. They don't really go too much into his species. And that might be a good thing. I think maybe when you give too much information, it kind of takes away from the mystique of the show. We got something here from Jason here. The Grand Inquisitor is a position. Right, correct. Anyone could be a Grand Inquisitor. That is correct. But the Inquisitors were all Jedi who turned to the dark side. Kind of scummy from a point. I guess they don't want to get stabbed. Paul here. A Vader series would be better than any type of obscure character they want. Exactly. You got some really good characters that really have not gone into it as much. And we know Vader did an awful lot of stuff between Revenge of the Sith and Episode 4. We got a taste of it in Rogue One. But that was really literally right before Episode 4 anyway. So this Obi-Wan series is kind of giving us a little bit of a taste of it. But there's still some stupid stuff in there. I mean, and people, if you haven't seen the series, I apologize, but there's an episode where Vader's pulling people out of the windows of the houses. Just pulling them out of the windows, choking them to death, snapping their necks, pulling them over here, dragging them behind them. At one point, he has Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he did all that. And then they light a fire, and they pull him away, and Vader couldn't just grab him back with the Force. He pulled down a Star Destroyer. I mean, I know it's not canon right now, but in the what's now Legacy, Vader actually grabbed the Star Destroyer and he yanked it out of the sky, and so did Star Killer. From the video game. The Force. Was it? I can't think of the game now. The Force Unleashed. There we go. And Hobby Hand did a super chat. I'll bring this up right here. One thing I like to retcon is the midichlorians. You know what? I like to retcon midichlorians and the term younglings. I hate the term younglings. Just say kids or something along those lines. It doesn't have to be that different. Younglings. It sounds stupid. Hobby Hands, thanks for the $2 super chat. I appreciate it. But I agree. Midichlorians really could be retconned out. It's like the static in this middle screen here. It's got no purpose, to be quite honest. Jeffrey here saying that Vader is a complicated enough character in his own show. Yeah, I think he would. I think it'd be good. I think he's still gonna have a lot of struggles. He's got a lot of demons. He's got a lot of things he knows he effed up, and he made his choices, and he's in the position now with those choices put him in. He's burned. He's lost his limbs. He lost everyone he cared about, and everyone who cared about him pushed him away. I guess Ahsoka and Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's kind of done with him, but Ahsoka still has some hope that she can get him back at this point because she has not met him yet. She meets him again in Rebels, and I don't want to give that away if you haven't seen it, but that's something else that doesn't work out too well for Ahsoka. I have not watched episode 5 yet. That's the plan for this weekend. I only saw the first 4 episodes, and I was entertained. I did have problems with the third sister to a degree. I'm still trying to keep an open mind on that. And I think the other Inquisitors are just a little too wishy-washy, almost like Boba Fett versus the Mandalorian. She's Mandalorian and they're Boba Fett. It's just not really working out too well from my standpoint right now. And we got Rexer here. The point of Kenobi escaping episode 3 will look more nuts when you see episode 5. Okay. So I'm going to be watching episode 5, and I'll definitely take a look at that. I know the Rexer show, we had an episode where we talked about all this. And we're going to have a follow-up episode once episode 5 and 6 air. So make sure you subscribe to the Rexer show, and make sure you tune in for our Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series recap. I gave it a 6.5, between 6 and 6.5 in the show, because I was entertained. I was excited for it. There were definitely some stupid things that happened in the show, but overall, comparable to the other Star Wars series, this one has been keeping my attention at least. I'm entertained. What do we got right here? Okay, yeah, if people don't know this by now, but that's the funny thing too. People talk about, episode 7, 8, 9, and didn't have a plan. To be honest, George Lucas didn't really have a set plan either after Star Wars. He had a lot of material, but he still really didn't know who was who. I mean, obviously, he really wasn't sure if Vader was going to be his father. That's the ended up turning to be, it was. But he's gone overboard. I mean, Leia being his sister, that's okay. But now the droids, it's too tight knit. It doesn't fit together well. It feels forced, like Anakin building C-3PO. I would rather have seen C-3PO with, oh my God, Padme. Because Padme was a queen. She needed a protocol droid. She needed someone to translate. C-3PO and R2 should have been there versus him being built as a protocol droid for his mom. That really didn't make sense to me in that episode. Let's see if we can get Steven back. I'm going to try and call him back. See if we can pull him in here. Let's see if we can get him back over here somehow. I use some high quality Skype because I'm an old school guy, and that's what I do. Let's see if we get Steven in here and bring him back into the fold of the show. It's probably driving him crazy that he can't talk about the show. Oh, we getting him already? Possibly. He's back.
Hey. Can you guys see me?
We can see you. Was it the
My
storm?
screen's green, but whatever. We're good.
Yep.
You guys were killing me with the Kenobi talk.
Yeah. Well, now we'll talk about something.
I was like,
we got to talk about Skype now. So you missed it already. We talk about Skype. So what I'm trying to do with everything that I do, whether it be my streams or me
from talking
well,
about
that too. But I try and use stuff that's either very low cost or free, and reuse things. Hence, my old equipment, my old computers, and that type of stuff. I don't always necessarily want to go for the latest and greatest and spend $150 on StreamYard, but I don't need to do that. And I actually purchased, Steven, he knows, I purchased a Stream Deck, which I keep forgetting to bring down here. It's been upstairs. I haven't brought it down here to set up for the show.
You got to hook it up, Glenn. That's how it works.
I got to hook it up. So that'll make some of this even more robust.
Do me a small favor. Do the thing you do for the green screen disappear thing, because
One, two.
All right, perfect.
There we go. We're back.
All right. So all that Kenobi talk, and I'm like, but I have something to say, and it was torture. I can't live without you guys.
Paul, they keep it alive for me. I called Microsoft. I said, Bill, listen, I'm an old school guy. I need Skype. And Bill goes, I'm going to take away IE11. That's got to go. I said, all right, I don't mind missing IE11. That can go. But we got to keep Skype. Who's keeping that for me, Paul? Just so you know.
Skype it's okay. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. There we have a big wind here, and it's going to be probably lightning and thunder. So that's probably the internet cutting out. But I could still watch the show. It's weird. Just Skype is conking out.
That is weird. I thought you have fiber going to your place. You have some high-speed internet, right?
No, I have 150 megabit down cable connection, 10 megabits up. And I'm monitoring the network as we speak, and nobody in the house is using excessive amounts of bandwidth. So I think it's a routing thing between Skype and everything.
I'll get rid of Skype when I get my Wise cams to do NDI.
The Stream Deck or whatever it's called. and then we'll be all right. So Kenobi, I'm the only one that think I've seen it. I think a few people I saw in chat that saw it. I liked it. There's a couple. I think you'll like this one, Glenn, more than the previous ones. There's some little unrealistic things in there, but overall, it was good.
Paul and I are in agreement over here. Yeah, again, we were on the Rexer show. I told everyone that
Lycos
to go back and check Rexer's old episode out. But we're gonna do a recap once episode 6 is done. We're gonna go back on Rexer's show to talk about it.
That's right.
I think
when the whole thing wraps up.
I gave it a 6. You gave it a 6.5 or a 7, right? What did you give?
I gave it a 7.
You gave it a 7. Okay. I think I gave it a 6 or a 6.5. Just I don't remember. But I'm entertained.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing. We're getting Star Wars like 30 years later.
Right.
I that's the other thing with all this is I hear these people come. Don't get me wrong. When they screw up Disney, they screw up. I get it. Me and Glenn are on the same page of that one. We both hate KK.
Well, Rexer's agreeing with you about episode 5, saying it's much better. So
it's better, but there's a little Leia moment that I thought was unrealistic. But whatever. What I don't like about the Leia thing, it's not because of Leia. This is like a 10-year-old, a 20-year-old stuck in a 10-year-old body, in a sense. She's way more mature than she should be.
Well, she looks like she's 5. She's supposed to be 10.
Or whatever.
And she acts like she's 30.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the part where it's, powerful women characters.
Well,
I
that's
get
fine.
all
But you
that.
know what? I guarantee you,
here,
if Luke was there, he'd be stumbling, bumbling, and not know what 2 + 2 is. And that's what bothered me.
Yeah, you bring that little Luke or Leia to Walmart and refuse to buy them something, they'll be breakdancing on the floor. Just like every other damn kid on the planet. They'll sit there and scream, you didn't buy me that doll or whatever. And there's none of that.
Well, Hobby Hands is right. Girls do mature faster. But remember, this is a long time ago and a galaxy far, far away. So I don't know if it's the same back then.
But it's better, for sure. It's a way better episode. But I don't know what they're going to... If I say my predictions, I told my predictions on the Rexer show, sorry. And I think that... Then there's spoilers, too, with the guy that's supposed to be dead. So basically, I think there's going to be a change of heart in the whole thing, and I kind of predicted it. And this last episode kind of hinted that was going to happen, what I said on the Rexer show last week. But we'll see. Next Wednesday, we'll get the last one, and then we'll rip it to shreds and see what happens.
The shredder. That's it.
The shredder. So that's cool for sure. So
that's why. She's a certified electrician at 10. That's why.
Oh, favorite arcade games as a kid. My profile of Cliffhanger. Is that the one?
Did you ever finish that? You were building one. Did you ever finish it?
I wasn't. Well, no, not the little one. It's still in the thing. I've got the monitor holder for the little LCD screen. It's all messed up, so I've got to reprint another one. And my buddy just got his printer up and running, so I've got to get all that going.
So what he's working on is the old Coleco Pac-Man, the small Minicade units from the 80s. I printed one, and he's turning
it to me.
You're turning it into which machine again?
A Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger. It's a Laserdisc game.
Stern Laserdisc game. It's my favorite Laserdisc game. I actually own the actual Laserdisc that I bought on eBay many years ago. I think I paid like $75 for it. Don't have the machine. Don't even have a Laserdisc player, but I wanted that game for sure. And I got a little Raspberry Pi with a battery and everything. I'm going to build a self-containing unit. I'll make sure to show it on the show when I'm actually done with it. And it'll be pretty cool. So other than that, any big projects you got going on?
Oh, God.
Glenn?
I got a lot of stuff going on right now. Do I have one here? No, of course I don't have one with me right now. My gate switcher, we have a new servo, a low profile servo, and I believe that'll fit now in the II arcade without having to do any modifications to the wood. I think it'll fit in there. My Tron stick with the gate switcher works no problem.
He said wood, guys.
I did say wood. So I got that going on. We have so much projects going on, but it's just this supply chain issue is just driving us nuts. Yeah, I can't.
It's bad everywhere.
It
the
is.
supply chain thing.
It is.
But apparently, video cards for gamers is going down. Apparently. So
Well,
I
Raspberry
heard
Pi
that
prices going up. You can't get a Raspberry Pi now for under like $50, and they're like $5.
Really?
Yeah, the Raspberry Pi, even a Raspberry Pi Zero, will set you back like $30. It's a $5.
Yeah, it used
thing.
to be $5 to $10
Right.
ish. Oh wow! But I heard the video card market is going to get realistic apparently. So we'll see. We'll see if there's truth to that. Hopefully it is.
Well, I got
'cause
a
I've been dying to
Diamond.
buy a video card.
I got a Diamond 3D. Is that still good?
That's good for skeet shooting and holding your beer. So it's not, no. So it is what it is.
Well, congratulations
I guess,
to Ballstick. You got an Arcade 1-Up Tron cab. Make sure you see me when your Arcade 1-Up Tron stick breaks, because it's going to. But outside of that, it's a good cabinet.
I will not bow down to any sponsors. Glenn's Retro Store products. But that's the thing with these machines, that they break, and some, it's what I don't have any Arcade 1-Ups, but I hear people talk. It seems to be very inconsistent with their production quality with Arcade 1-Up. And I'm not here to bash them. I own an Arcade 1-Up stool. That's all I have. And it's a Star Wars stool. That's, And I hear people, oh, the monitor sucks in this production. The joysticks are bad. The buttons are bad. The artwork's falling off. You know what I mean? Like, it's all these different things. And guess what? When you look at them, they should all be the damn same almost,
Right.
in a sense.
Right.
Same monitor, same kind of wood,
Well,
same trim,
it's
same
a thing I've been
vinyl,
saying since day one. It's the quality control. It's not Arcade 1-Up's fault per se. The corporate.
Well, it is, because in the end,
Well,
they
not
have
the
to monitor
corporate.
that, right?
It is, but it's the manufacturing. I mean, they have to have a tighter control in their manufacturing. At the plant, I mean,
That's right.
Apple, they would fly out there all the time. Of course, people were
Yep.
jumping off the building back then and committing suicide at Foxconn back then. But they still went out there. And I know for a fact Scott did go out there a number of times. But the problems people are having is quality control at the factory. Not necessarily the parts are bad, just that it was a bad part that got put in. Real quick, two things. Hobby Hands did do a super chat here again. Hobby Hands, thank you again. Ever tried the orange pie? They're okay and available.
There's a banana pie.
There's a
too
whole
that
bunch.
exists
There's
with
an apple pie. There's a banana pie. I actually haven't. I'm pretty loyal with certain things. So
now, for the people that have no idea what the hell we're talking about, for the less geeky
Thanks for the super
audience
chat.
members, because let's face it, we have a wide range of of people coming in. These are microcomputers, or
single
what are
board
they?
computers is what they call them.
Yeah, single board computers, basically, with an ARM processor, and you put an operating system on there, generally Linux, or a build of that, and then you can make it do all kinds of stuff. So for the folks that are like, what the hell's a pie? My grandma used to make those, or whatever, right?
American Pie.
American Pie, yeah.
Steven, this one's
Put
for
your
you.
body parts in them.
This one's for you. It's from Nooner.
Oh yeah, I have not watched the new season of Orville. I'm just getting into it. I think I'm about halfway through season 2, where what is it? The Krill.
Which is like their version
they
of the
went to-
Klingon. That's their version of Klingons.
Yeah, they went to Earth to what was it? Isaac, his breed, whatever, that sort of thing. So it's that's where I'm at. I'm a little further, a couple episodes past that, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Excited for Ninja Kids.
In
Is
1945.
that's a game that they're adding to IRK?
Yes. And
Now, explain to me something. I'm going to play the dummy in the room when it comes to that
you have to
stuff.
play it, Steven.
I am a dummy. I know my arcade games. I know a lot of this stuff, but I haven't seen the licensing that they have with these machines. Like, I know it's pretty clear with Arcade 1-Up, they get a license from whoever, make the machine, whatever. But IR Arcade seems to be kind of like a MAME cabinet, but they have the rights to these individual games. Am I right in assuming that?
Well, at games, they license the games that are on it. They're licensed. Arcade 1-Up is licensing the games. What IR Arcade is doing, they're licensing it. But with the Arcade 1-Up, you get what you get. You buy the cabinet, unless you modify it, you get those particular games.
You basically get the Pac-Man,
right.
or whatever.
With at games, they have the games built in. You can go to their store and download more, even pinball games. Or you can add your own. It's
Okay.
officially unofficial.
The
like you
back
can.
alley way of
Right.
doing things.
They're
That's
okay with
fine,
that.
That's okay. I think,
iArcade.
you know what? If anybody in here says they don't do it, they're full of crap.
Right. But
So
what iArcade is doing is they are getting licensed games. They're making sure that
Right.
the games are optimized for their platform. And,
Okay.
the 4.3 aspect ratio, a lot of the older games, are going to be in that aspect ratio. And they're making sure, and if I'm not mistaken, they currently have the most powerful hardware as far as the three companies. So they can even do some modern games on there. So they want that experience. And every time I say that, I got to pay Zhang $5. So we got $5 there. That's to make sure that from purchasing the game to putting it on the machine, it's seamless. So it's a cross between the at games model and the arcade 1-up model. Because you look at it like arcade 1-up, like their Star Wars. They did a really phenomenal job with making that machine. And Tron, they did a phenomenal job with the emulation on that. There was Code Mystics, but nonetheless, it was done very well. And then with at games, you have a machine that's kind of a multi-cade. You can play more than what's on there. So what's good about the iArcade really is the overall build quality. It's very solid. It's solid. The monitor, it's a 19-inch monitor. The speakers are unmatched.
Is it a 4x3 monitor or a widescreen?
And it's a 4.3.
Oh, cool.
And you know what? I know a lot of people have a problem with the widescreen monitors. I don't if it's used right. What I mean by that is the screen.
Where you got the bezel and it's 4x3
I love having the artwork next to the screen. So if you have a widescreen,
there's nothing wrong with that.
And if your artwork on the side, you're not stretching it. I have no problem with that. Actually, I prefer that myself. But that's just me.
Yeah, you know what? It's fine. There's somebody that said the Apex basically assume 80% of us are in IT. Well, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. It's just that I have my cousin that comes in here every once in a while, and he's not IT guy at all, and he likes it when we talk about the more old TV shows, movies, general public type stuff, right? So we're going to do it a little geekier, I think, tonight.
Right.
Talking about more technology and whatnot, and things like that. So so basically,
what Bolstick's saying right here. No, I agree. I know there are haters out there. There are trolls out there. If you enjoy what you purchased, that's all that matters. It's your money.
You could buy whatever. You go buy a wig and a dress and go put it on as long as it makes you happy.
Yeah, and
nobody's there to judge.
Exactly. I mean, I've slowed down now because I'm really out of space, and after the flood, I lost a lot of things anyway. But I enjoy my arcade 1-ups. Want to play Asteroids? I'll go there. I just turn it on. I'm playing some Asteroids. Right. When I want to play, like Tron, believe it or not, the arcade 1-up Tron, but I also have my at games Tron, and I actually prefer the at games Tron. Only because the screen is larger.
Okay.
So I play it on that one. But the Tron from Arcade 1-Up is a beautiful looking machine, so I enjoy that. So, and then the iArcade, there's some really good games in there. Like I love Dodo on there. I like playing Dragon's Lair on there, R-Type. I've kind of focused more on that machine. So don't let anyone say it's garbage, it's crap. If you enjoy it, who cares what they say?
Yeah, exactly. For me, I don't think you and I spoke about this. The only reasons I don't have these machines, the timing. Because when these machines came out, I was restoring the real thing because I acquired them. You know what I mean? Like I got a real Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was too busy restoring that. And then these other machines came out and I was like, look, I'm already a few $100s into these things. You know what I mean? Like, do I keep, and I don't have the space. These bigger machines take up probably twice the space as a arcade 1-up. I'm using arcade 1-up as an example, but that's where I'm at. It's not because I'm anti arcade 1-up or arcade or anything like that. It's just timing. It's all it is. It's all it is. So.
Well, is it? But in all honesty, from my personal thing right now, I do think the arcade 1-up's prices are way too high for what they are. Personally,
I've seen them. The Star Wars one, I was going to get one, and I hadn't seen one in real life. And the one store here locally had one, and I went up to that. No wonder you were selling the beefier controls, because when you get your hands on what they're selling, it feels like a toy that I bought for my kids.
Well, that's what they started out
10
to
years
be.
ago.
And honestly, that's what Arcade One Up started out to be, and that's why the prices where they're going to now, I think, are
Licensing, I think.
yeah,
more than
it's not.
anything.
I can't even imagine it's that much. It's now they're
Like
just
Star Wars, it's probably asking a lot of money, I imagine, right?
well, certain titles are. I mean, they did a really nice job with the Star Wars unit. They did. So to me, and I think that was $4.99 when that came out, and I thought that was worth it for that because the
it's
yoke.
almost $600 here in Canada.
Yeah, you're going to be more money up there. But now they're charging, $7.99, $800 for these, and I just can't and I won't spend the money on them. Some of them are like the Terminator 2 Judgment Day. You got the one game on there. For me, I wouldn't do that. Although I would like to get a light gun game. I would. Or the Ridge Racer
the Deer Hunter one?
The Buck Hunter. So there's some nice ones, but I just can't see myself spending that kind of money. And, if you get lucky, one time at Walmart, I got lucky. I picked up 2 Space Invaders for $75. I gave one to Richie Knuckles, because he was a huge Space Invaders fan. I gave one to him. And I kept the other one. I love Space Invaders, and with $75, man, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But when you start getting to that kind of money, to me, I don't know.
It's getting up high there for what you're getting, like you said. I mean, in the end, you can run MAME and get one of your joysticks, and you're done.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you could literally build, that sort of thing. Like I said, I'm not knocking it. I'm not belittling the whole. It's not for me personally, number one, because I don't have a lot of space because my big machines take up space. And I only have this one little room. I call it my little arcade room with my Neo Geo, my Turtles, my, Marvel vs. Capcom machine, my Miss Pac-Man. I just can't put any more.
I'll tell you, Hobby Hands said something here. He did buy Tron for $6.99, but I don't think I will spend that much, again, even for Dragon's Lair. Fun fact, when they were first thinking about doing Dragon's Lair and Space Ace, I was talking to John D. back when John D. and I just talked, which we're very estranged these days. But when we talked, I threw the idea out there, how cool would it be to build the machine with an actual DVD player and playing the DVD version of Dragon's Lair, because it was a Laserdisc game. I know you could play it with Daphne, but I just thought it would have really been cool if you press the button and you had the actual Dragon's Lair disc in there. And what killed that, honestly, was believe it or not, the DVDs drive mechanisms were being phased out. They're not as cheap as they used to be. If it was maybe 5 years earlier, that probably would have been the case, and I would have bought the Dragon's Lair just to have an optical version of the game, even though. Like in the iArcade, I'm playing it all off of memory chips. I just thought that would have been really nostalgic to build a machine off the grandchild of the technology.
The Digital Leisure Gang,
right.
They make a DVD-ROM version of Dragon's Lair 2, Space Ace, and you could just get them from them, pop it in, and it just works. Because they use a DVD remote to play those games. Now, Cliffhanger, there's no such thing as there's 2 buttons, but yeah, it's yeah. So aside from that, what do we got on the platter at the movie theater? What came out at the movie
Maverick.
Theater? Did you go see that? I haven't seen it.
I did not, but I watched a show, Critical Drinker. If anyone has not seen that guy's show, he's hysterical. But he reviewed it and he liked it. A
lot of people like it. Apparently, it's very good, from what I understand.
Right. I know a lot of people don't like Tom Cruise, but I like a lot of his movies.
I hate him, but
I like a lot of his movies.
Fun.
I liked Oblivion. I liked. It was actually called.
Is it Oblivion where the day repeats over?
No. The Oblivion was aliens came down.
That's the one I liked.
And it was a war. It was aliens again.
Yeah, I remember that one.
But it turned out that I don't want to give it away, but it was a good movie. The one you're talking about was originally called Live, Die, Repeat, and then they changed the title to something else. They changed the name for some reason.
I forget the name of it, but I enjoyed that one. It was like Groundhog Day. But
I think it was called Live, Die,
Live,
Die, Repeat. Live, Die, Repeat, I think is what it was called.
Edge of Tomorrow. There it is. Yeah.
That's what they changed it. It was called Live, Die, Repeat, and it was called Edge of Tomorrow.
I enjoyed that movie. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan. I don't hate him, but I just think he's too over the top.
Well, I hated him in War of the Worlds, although I thought that whole movie stunk.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a Tom Cruise fan. I don't hate him, but the whole Scientology thing doesn't help him. You know, Glenn's a Scientologist. If you
Oh,
want to write
I am most
letters,
certainly
his address
not.
is
I most certainly not. We got some P-dubs in the house. P-dubs.
Hey, P-Dubs.
Remember, Super Game Room Dudes is on at 9. And actually, I'm going to be on Super Game Room Dudes at 9 o'clock tonight. So make sure
I'm
you
not
tune
good
in.
enough to be on that show.
No, not yet. You'll get there though. You work your way up to like the corporate ladder. You'll get there.
That's right.
But my
I
understanding,
got to do more
P-dubs.
butt kissing, as Glenn referred to it before
Exactly.
the show.
My understanding is P-dubs won't be on tonight, but I will be. So make sure you tune into Super Game Room Dudes later tonight at
More
9
Glenn.
o'clock.
That's what
That's
you
right.
need. A cup of coffee.
Oh, maybe they didn't tell him. Maybe P-dubs didn't know he wasn't on the show tonight. Look at that. Say what?
He's been fired. He's been fired.
Maybe his crew took over.
You fired.
His Super Game Room Dudes buddies took over, and they're banning him from his own show.
Mutiny.
It could be. It could be.
So that's the what else is at the show? There was something. There's a few good movies coming out in the future. The Weird Al movie.
Is that about his life story?
Daniel Radcliffe. Harry Potter is going to be Weird Al. I'm a big Weird Al fan.
I like Weird Al Yankovic myself.
Yeah, and there's some good movies coming, like in the next little while. But I think that literally having him play Weird Al, I think, is genius. He looks like him. I don't know if he'll actually be, but hey, you never know. So.
Oh, P-dubs has to be working tonight. That must be what it is. He's a speech spreadsheetologist.
That almost came out all crooked.
It did. You know what? I need more Long Island iced tea. That's the problem.
Keep on drinking.
Got to do it.
As long as you're not driving, you're good.
That's right. Just driving the show.
Yeah,
Weird Al,
exactly.
I like Weird Al myself, although I never was a fan of UHF. I didn't really care for UHF.
We got it all on UHF. I like the clips they showed, like with Rambo. He had this sort of Weird Al Rambo and Gandhi. It was like Gandhi was like a big terrorist kind of thing. It was pretty funny.
Now, poor P-dubs is still working. He's burning the midnight oil.
Yep. So, anyways, there's some good movies still coming out, which is fantastic. Music-wise, it's hard to get on the music side of things. What about TV? Did you end up watching that show that the Rexer show Rexer suggested? That's on Apple TV Plus.
No, because I don't have it. Jen has Apple TV, and like I said, I've watched the first season of the Astronauts. I forgot what it's called, For All Mankind, and then I did, like you tried to get into it, and it was so woke. I just had to I couldn't.
Oh, you had to pull it in the back.
I pulled
of
it
that
back,
thing.
so I never went back to Apple TV for anything. But I may.
Severance was the name of that show that he suggested. Severance. I haven't watched it yet either, so we'll see how that goes. I haven't even watched The Boys yet either.
Oh, The Boys! You haven't seen any of The Boys?
Oh yeah. The first two seasons,
okay.
They're in the bag. It's just that the third one I haven't watched.
Did you see the animated? There's one season of the animated.
Invincible.
No. There's actually The Boys.
The Boys animated. Oh no, I haven't seen that.
But again, Death Battle did a show with what is the super? I keep forgetting his name. Homelander versus Omni-Man, and I thought they did a fantastic job with that. The music, everything in that was fantastic.
You'll have to send me a link, or I'll Google.
You know, maybe I'm gonna pull up here real quick. Let's pull up real quick.
Is that the guy that makes like Hulk versus like?
They do things like that.
Superman and kind of thing.
They do things like that. Hopefully, I won't get copyright striked. I won't get a copyright strike here. I won't.
I wonder if anybody. I mentioned the Unreal Engine when P-dubs was here last week.
Right.
The Unreal. Look, I'll tell you what. Before the show leaves in 10 minutes, find the Unreal 5 Superman. The Unreal 5 Superman demo. It'll blow your mind.
Let me find out where this thing is. It here? Okay, here it is. I'm not gonna play the audio, but this is Death Battle, and this is Omni-Man versus Homelander. And they go. Basically, what they do is they take both characters and they go and find, all the different qualities that they have, right? So they find all the different qualities, what they can do, what they can't do, and then they put them against each other. And I thought this.
They actually animated.
Oh, this was such. They're always generally pretty good, but this one I must have watched a dozen times already because I just think that the The actors sounded the part, especially Omni-Man. You would not know that wasn't Omni-Man's voice. The music in here, like the soundtrack, the beat they put in here was just fantastic. And it's dark. I mean, it's dark.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Oh,
I'll watch it.
It's fantastic. So if anyone has not heard of Death Battle, first of all, how could you not have? It's a great series.
It's a different show than I'm thinking.
It is. I mean, right now he's Omni-Man is just like, he's not happy right now. He's like not happy, and Homeland's just like, yeah, I'm strong, and he's like, ooh, this is fantastic, as they would say on Super Game Room Dudes.
Cool. I have to watch it.
So I don't want to ruin the whole thing here, but definitely go and watch it.
Do me a favor, for P-Dub's sake, that I mentioned it last week.
Yes.
Do Superman Unreal 5.
Okay, I'll
just watch
I'll take a look. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this here, but I want you guys to go watch this. It's a really, really good show here. Boop. Take that out. Fantastic. And I think do we have another super chat here came in? Hobby Hands. He's going crazy with super chats, buddy.
He's spending all kinds of money.
He is.
That person will have new eyes in no time.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I bought the Replicate Dragon's Lair. I love that one. That has video and controller plug-in, and I'm building my own 3/4 scale Dragon's Lair cab using Replicate Inside. I tell you, New Wave Toys in China, they do great stuff. I think my P-Dub should be happy. My Qbert should be here, I think, in a couple of days, which means his should be at his house in a couple of days as well.
I saw a guy on Facebook that it showed up for him.
Well, I think the new ones are just getting out there too. California, I'm in New York. It takes long to get out here, but they really do beautiful work. So their Dragon's Lair cabinet is fantastic, and you can plug in separate controls. They have a small DVD player a small Laserdisc player with a Laserdisc in it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful work. So Hobby Hands, again, thank you for the super chats tonight. We're going to all donate all that to my friend that was his wife's eye surgery, which is, I think they got 20.
What are we at now?
I think they had, well, I'm not sure us, but he's at 2,300 out of 6,000 he's looking for. So he's making some progress for sure.
Cool.
So thanks, Hobby Hands, once again for the super chat. So
yeah.
We got a couple minutes left here. So I'm waiting for the season 2 of Invincible. Like, I want to know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, that's a great show.
It really is a great show. Oh, Paul's not going to be outdone. Paul, thank you, buddy. Great show tonight, boys. Not the boys, but boys. Happy Father's Day. That's right. Oh, my God, Steve. We wish everyone a happy Father's Day. This Sunday.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. You even mentioned it before the show.
I did, but I'm old. I forgot. So this Sunday's happy Father's Day. So my son knows this is my weekend. Even though I already cut the lawn and broke the tractor.
Is he supposed to do the lawn normally?
He won't do the lawn, but this is my weekend. Jen?
What do you usually do? Do you get a fast car and have vodka and go, or you keep it a little more
Well, honestly, what I really like, if the
PG?
weather is nice, I have a hammock that my son and my friend Mary had gotten me for Father's Day years ago. I want to put the hammock outside and veg.
And hope it doesn't rain.
That's what I would really like to do. But what I'm going to end up doing, I have a video. I've got to get done.
Crank out a video.
Got to crank out a video. I have a bunch of items from my team.
I'm sure everybody here will understand if you don't produce one.
Yeah, but I've been slowing up because I'm really putting a lot of effort in. My team, Steven Berger, Gary Campbell, and my guys in China. We've been working, burning the midnight oil literally on some products. And I so want to announce a couple of things. I want to tell you guys what's going on, and I can't because
other people will steal it.
That's exactly. Well, it's not like that's happened before, right?
Well, that's exactly it. So hopefully everybody hears and knows who the thieves are without insinuating too much.
Right.
I don't have any part of this, by the way, guys. I see it all. I hear it all with Glenn, and it's frustrating. And his secrets are well merited.
Right. So, the people are going to cry. So Wagner is donating as well. Happy Father's Day. $20 super chat from Wagner. Enjoy the stream, and we'll check out Super Game Room Dudes after. First of all, I hope you're doing better, my friend. And I'm doing okay from the
we have to get him on the show, right?
I tried. He was going to be on when we couldn't, unfortunately, get.
Yeah, he'll come. Well, we got him on the list.
Well, he's no voice. I mean, he have mimed. He could have did some miming, but
that would have been a long show, a 3 hour.
We couldn't get him on. But I forgot what I was even talking about now. Oh, I guess Father's Day. So hope everyone has a good Father's Day. enjoy themselves. I will say, my friend Mary, her mother, unfortunately, is terminally ill. She's got hospice at her house right now. So if she is listening, from all of us up here and from the show, we want to wish you, your family, Jamie, the kids, best to your family. I know your mom means so much to you, and unfortunately, I don't think she's going to be around too much longer. It's just everyone has the time to go, but her mother is very, very important to her, and I feel really bad that she's going through that right now. So I wanted to make sure I said that out there.
It's never easy, that stuff.
It isn't. It isn't. Everyone believes in an afterlife, or something afterwards. And maybe we'll do one episode of some stories. I got some good ghost hunter stories, personal ghost hunter stories we could.
I don't have any.
Oh, I got
'cause
some
don't
good
believe
ones
in
here.
it, but I'll be the pessimist, I guess. We'll get this all crowd up, all uproar and everything like that.
Well,
so
the good thing about
I'll
this,
be painting a room on Father's Day. So
well, the good thing about this, by the time I go in Super Game Room, dudes, I'll be ripe.
you'll be feeling awesome. That's awesome. That's good though. So hey, you want to throw on that Superman thing before you leave?
Oh, I didn't.
Did you find it?
No, I didn't look.
Come on, man.
Sorry.
I'm busy getting drunk.
I was. We'll
Fuck.
tell it for next time. Next
Yeah,
week.
we'll save it next time.
Save it for next
Everybody out there, do a YouTube search for Superman Unreal 5, and this guy built with the assets of the Matrix demo in Unreal 5, and he built Superman in there. It's unbelievable.
Now, which Superman did he build? Which one?
Some beefier looking.
Because it's only
Yeah,
Christopher Reeves. He's doing Superman, man.
Yeah, it doesn't. He kind of looks generic, kind of like a generic Superman. He doesn't look like Brandon Routh or Christopher Reeve or
Okay.
anything like that. He just.
But I'm telling
He
you.
puts a generic, but you could see the game potential as he's flying past these skyscrapers.
Well, these graphic cards
Great.
and the software, we're in the
It's there.
Matrix. We are in the Matrix. We would never
We're
know.
already there.
We would never
Yeah,
know.
They got a hold of you already.
They did. But you know what?
So,
I'm
the
telling
rest
you
of us
right
are
now,
next.
I will betray all of you. Make me rich and a rock star. I'd be cool with that. I'm going to betray every one of you. Not a problem. Make me Kathleen
Yeah?
Kennedy. Well, not Kathleen Kennedy, but make me in Kathleen Kennedy's position so I can fix Lucasfilm. That's all I want, Matrix. Let me take care of Star Wars the right way. And Star Trek. They ruined that too.
Well, you know what? Strange New World's not that bad.
You know what? I will say it's not that bad, but Jesus Christ, his whole crew is women. We're the guys.
But it's still okay, though. Maybe they'll find him out in space.
They
and all
are,
that.
but Jesus Christmas.
Maybe like the Orville,
Khan's-
they'll find that
Khan's
planet full of
descendant-
males.
How is Khan's descendant on the Enterprise? Come on. Khan's descendant's on the Enterprise,
Yeah.
and in 10 years, Kirk's going to run into Khan. Come on. That's what
Yep.
I'm saying with these shows. They can't write. They can't. That's my next rant.
They're lazy. They're just lazy. That's all it is.
Well, they think they're
So-
being smart, but you're being stupid.
They're being woke.
You're being stupid.
They're woke.
Stupid.
Stupid woke.
Stupid. So maybe for the Ghost Hunter episode, I can get my girlfriend Jen on because she has some.
We'll do for Halloween around there.
That's so far off.
Well, you want
Okay,
like,
fine. Fine.
We'd save it for Halloween. You can get all dressed up like you normally do. Glenn likes to get dressed up,
I do.
even when it's not Halloween.
So what I'm going to have to do here, guys, because I got to get over to the Super Game Room dudes. Whoop.
Thanks for
I
coming
did
out,
it.
guys.
That was too quick. I didn't mean to click that so fast.
You got the credits rolling
I
already?
did.
What the hell,
is-
man?
I had too much Long Island iced tea, and I was out in the
Oh,
sun.
He just wants everybody out of here. Thanks for coming, guys. Game on. Let's get it.
Game on. Come
Let's
over to
go.
come on over to the Super Gamer Dudes. Let's continue the fun. Thanks for watching. Remember to tell your family
see you
and
guys
friends
next
that
week.
you love them. That's most important because you never know how much time you have with your loved ones. So make sure you do that. And remember, most of all, game on, have fun.
Game on.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.